3 days later, you're still pretty banged up from all the fighting, but you're able to move now. It feels like it's been ages since you were last outside. You decided to go out for a walk, and then you bumped into something. There's a sound of heavy steel falling to the ground. There's nothing in the room that would make that kind of sound. You turn around carefully, and there she is.
I came to return this.
The exoskeleton lies on the ground.
How are you holding up?
I'm okay, and it's nice to see you again. Well, there you go. She came back to the Ark. That is just not going to be permanently.
That's what you always say. That heretic girl.
Yeah?
It seemed like you knew her.
We used to be on the same team. As in, we used to be on the same side. But something happened.
Are you sure about that? Here,
Snow White hands you a bullet.
take this to the lab. It should be of some use to you.
Snow White.
What?
I don't know, I just wanted to say your name. Join us.
Do you realize how long I've stayed on the surface? You and I live in completely different worlds.
Look. We go together nicely like peanut butter and jelly. Like, why you gotta deny the truth? You know you want it. Search your feelings. You know it be true. Go used to it.
No matter how much it seems your fear will consume you, you must learn to appreciate the world of others, even if you have to give up a piece of your own. What you must never do is destroy someone's world, for all of them are precious, and all of them are someone's home.
No, you can't have this waifu. You want this waifu too bad. You can't have it. Fine. Let me help you.
I'll be in touch. I'm heading back. Thank you for saving my life. I won't forget it.
And we're back to being ourselves again. I mean, we're back to being alone again. You received a text message from Anderson. He better not be yelling at me. Report to the command center. I have something important to discuss with you. I'll be waiting for you. Time to meet Anderson.
There you are.
Yes.
You really put yourself through the ringer with that last fight. Anyway, it's good that you made it out alive.
Be honest, I should be getting hazard paid for going all this near-death experiences. Like, literally.
Let's cut to the chase. The reason I called you here in such a hurry was because I've received instructions from the central government.
Instructions as in...
You're the only commander who has survived multiple encounters with Chatterbox. You're the first to come in contact with the Pilgrims and the Heretics, and witness an altercation between them. You're also the first to see one of their former subordinates become a heretic. Therefore, some key personnel in the central government have come to a decision. Considering how often you have come into contact with living beings up on the surface...
Are you going to put me on a special task group or special forces of some kind? Because at this point, I think that would be more appropriate considering the missions I take on.
You and your squad are being appointed as special commandos.
Yay! I freaking called that shit. There we go.
Simply put, you'll have more autonomy when it comes to your missions.
Cool.
No one under the rank of Deputy Chief may issue you an order of any kind.
Cool.
You may also refuse any order issued by the upper ranks,
Cool.
provided there is a justifiable reason for doing so.
That can come in
So
handy.
long as you maintain regular reports, no one can touch you.
Great.
I should also mention that, if you were so inclined, you're also entitled to conceal information.
You know what this also means? If Siyun ever comes back to us and tells us and gives us another bullshit mission, we could shove it to her face and give her the middle finger now. That's what that means. We can literally tell her no.
Yes, and the CEOs of the Big Three have no power over you whatsoever.
Yes!
That was my own suggestion.
Yes! Now I don't gotta do the little princess fucking bullshit missions now. And I don't gotta do anything she tells me what to do. I can rub it in her face. I am actually really happy to hear that.
But you are still stationed at the outpost. You've come a long way in such a short span of time. You were the only logical choice. From now on, you will live in the outpost, where you may investigate all beings above ground as you see fit. In regards to the Ark, you are free to come and go as you please.
Alright.
As for now, you and your squad get to enjoy a month's vacation.
Oh no.
You've all been through a lot. Take this as an opportunity to rest and recuperate. I realize you have a lot on your plate and want to get started, but for now, rest. That's an order.
I'll keep that in mind. And plus, you even said that I don't have to take orders. Anyone. I might when I edit this video, I'll listen back to this again to see if I was wrong or not. But then he said that I didn't have to take orders from anyone that's whatever. Okay.
I was hoping that you would be able to slip under the central government's radar. But no, their ambition devours all. That's why I sent you to the outpost in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind. I didn't expect you to do so well so quickly, and end up drawing attention to yourself.
That's because you did like me.
That'll be all. I'm due for a lunch meeting. Keep up the good work.
A lunch meeting. Now I gotta go back to the outpost. Marion has become a heretic. Marion. I'm pretty sure she was brainwashed, bro. But she's alive. And she dyed her hair. She became Turbo Granny. Or Turbo Granny Marion. Because she's white hair now. And there's the bullet given by Snow White. She said it would be some assistance. Still have hope. You also realize what you have to do now. A month later.
Master, how are you holding up?
Fit as a fiddle. Well, at least I'm mobile again. Have some confidence here.
Okay then, I'll get straight to it. Well, to be perfectly honest, things aren't looking good.
Great.
I did some snooping around the past month, and didn't turn up anything useful. I couldn't find out what's inside this bullet that Pilgrim gave you. It's some kind of unknown substance that's not registered in the database. I tried asking around in the Outer Rim, but couldn't turn up anything. Exia also said that the substance database has apparently been expunged. So one thing, and maybe the only thing we know so far, is that the central government is good at covering their tracks. The heretic is a dead end as well. There are next to no records on them. Just rumors that read more like urban legends. Nothing reliable. We haven't been able to figure out how Marion could have been turned into a heretic after her brain was destroyed either. We may be able to turn up something if we can get ourselves into the central government library.
But there's one small problem. The central government keeps that place under lock and key. It doesn't matter if we're special commandos. They'll never let us in there.
What do we do? Everywhere we turn, we're being blocked by the central government.
How about asking Deputy Chief Anderson for help?
I don't trust that man. We still aren't sure what his aim is. All he's done so far is toss around orders. He hasn't done anything to actually help us. That's true. Also, that bullet is no ordinary bullet. What makes you think that?
Yes, go ahead, Neon, please. Elaborate. You are probably the only person in this room right now that's more qualified to tell us this. Like, no joke. I'm not bullshitting. Like, I'm absolutely serious right now. I can't wait to hear this.
A little gunpowder elf inside the bullet told me so. I like where you're going with this.
Okay, I'm having second thoughts. It's better we solve this problem ourselves.
Agreed. The less people involved, the better.
Yeah,
For sure.
for real.
Exia said that
Oh my god.
there was a facility on the surface that's comparable to the central government. Really? Hello. What brings you all here?
Hey, Exia, how's it going? I told you it's about the bullet scan.
Ah, yes. That. Ugh.
Uh-huh. I don't know about you, but anime waifu girls are actually way better than the ones in real life. Yeah. Okay, what was the point of this? Why couldn't you just tell me? Alright, I'll read it. There's a scanning facility in a surface similar to scale to what the central government has. It's been a long time since I saw it, but I'm willing to bet it's still around.
Why can't you just call us?
Or tell us. Why can't you just tell us? I prefer texting. Oh great, she's one of those girls. You can choose your words more carefully. Honestly, I disagree. I think it's much more easier to speak than it is to text. At least for me it is. So let's keep it to SMS. Plus people don't fucking nitpick about like you misspelling a word or something like that, like grammar Nazis. Jesus. Deal.
What an oddball.
There's an old facility beyond the ruins. It was originally a munitions facility. The building is well equipped. That includes scanning devices. Will scanning take long? Even if we manage to get everything up and running, this bullet can't even be scanned? I think so. That bullet shell is slightly older than the munitions facility. There's a database there on materials for bullets. Probably. In the location? I know where it is. I can tell you. Do you want to go with us? Hardly. Novel and I have other business to attend to. But we could provide you with support. Okay, do you know anything about the heretics? A little bit. The rumors aren't off. People say that Nikkes who surrendered to the Raptures out of fear. That the Raptures took them and reconfigured them. It could also be the fact that they just kind of did like an override on them. You know, just like what happened to Marianne before in the beginning, where she got like apparently a virus that corrupted her and made her work for the Raptors. Or in this case, it's more like they just kind of overridden her priorities as a Nikke to serving the Raptures, the Queen specifically, rather than helping out humanity. But few people have actually met them face to face. Better to start from zero. Has there been a case where a Nikke was resurrected? No. Never. Novel is asking around. But don't get your hopes up. If you don't need me to, I can poke around in the central government database. Only if you're comfortable with it. Okay. We'll see.
Are we finally heading up to the surface and looking for the munitions facility? Commander, what do we do? With the way things are now, we can't find out any information about the heretics. With any luck, this bullet might provide us with some kind of clue. Besides, that pilgrim wouldn't have given us an ordinary bullet.
Let's go to him. Well, let's go and check it out then.
Yes, Commander.
Thanks for your help, Exia. See ya. Hello. Did you enjoy your vacation? Shifty? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I applied to be the exclusive operator for counters. There weren't many applicants, so here I am. So, will you be working with us from now on?
That's the first time I've ever heard them actually say the name Counters. Normally it's just blank. So, like she would probably say something like, I specifically applied to work for blank. Right? And it's just like, no, they're actually saying the name now. So that's cool.
Roger. Nice. Although, isn't it a bit overkill having 2 spies in one squad? Huh? What do you mean 2? You and Shifty. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. I was a spy for Ingrid. Anise? I'm not sure if joking about being a spy is really appropriate. What makes you think I'm joking? Lighten up, will ya? Of course I'm only joking. You're starting to make me wonder if you really are a spy. What? I was just taken aback, that's all. So where are you guys headed? Since you all become a special commando unit, there's been no official information coming in. I know it's a bit cumbersome, but I'll need to ask for each mission.
Oh yeah, a slight recap. We got basically promoted to be special commandos now, which means we have more autonomy. We don't have to take orders from CEOs, and we don't have to take orders from anyone that's below a deputy commander rank. All that stuff. And we're allowed to also deny orders or missions and stuff like that within reason. So that's basically it. So Yoon can't like walk up to us and force us to do anything. She has no power or authority over us at all. Period. Which is great. Anyways, back to this.
Of course, it would be more convenient if you tell me first. We're just going out for a nice stroll. It's been a month since we were up on the surface. We were starting to get withdrawals. Okay. We're on our way back now. Get a whiff of that fresh air! You won't find that underground. Being a special commando rules. We can go right up to the surface without asking for permission. I see. Is it alright with you then, if I end my shift and take off?
What?
To be honest, I really want to catch a special episode of Arc Rangers that's airing tonight. Oh, really? Can you please record it for me? I love that show. Sure thing. Well, I'll be off then. I'll be in touch next time you all venture outside. Sounds good. Hey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think that's a good idea to kind of just let her excuse herself like that? Because without her, we don't have mission support no more.
Target. These walls are made of materials that block out all communications. It's a good thing that munitions factory is nearby. I didn't know such a thing existed. But what of it? I'm saying it might be the best place to talk. Okay, but why go all the way out here to talk? Because Shifty is keeping an eye on us. Commander, is there anyone that knows that we are up here other than Exia?
No.
At such a crucial moment, Shifty suddenly shows up and offers to keep an eye on us? Tell me, why do you think she would do that? Anise.
I did kind of entertain the thought of Shifty possibly being another spy, but her being a spy for the Raptures, I don't know. But you know, I would also like if I could tell Anise, I would say, you know, be careful who you cast suspicion on.
What's wrong? Aren't you being a little paranoid? Maybe she really is just looking out for us. It's certainly possible. But on the other hand, that might not be the case. Right now, we're the talk of the town in the Ark. The Ark is like a den of thieves where slander runs rampant. You can't trust nobody. Even me? After all, I'm a spy.
Got you there. Okay. Or it could be Exia. Exia could be the spy, because somehow she's eavesdropping on our conversations. Huh. So now I'm not reading all this because, well, it's, I mean, you guys can pretty much read, can't you? It's basically just to summarize what's going on here in case you guys aren't really like looking at the screen. It's basically Exia kind of like reassuring us that Shifty can't be trusted because she plays a game called Final Quest, and she can't be all that bad if she plays it. Okay, and then it goes, if you disagree, then you don't know anything about games. And it says, we'll decide for ourselves if we could trust her or not. And Neon says, don't drag us into this. You're the paranoid one.
You!
Oh, okay, that was the problem.
What? What did I say?
Exit says, stop squabbling. Proceed north. Eventually you'll encounter a damaged plane. Make your way there now. Let's move out.
Yes, Commander. There doesn't seem to be anything special about this plane.
Isn't Exia going to contact us?
Just in case, let's secure the perimeter.
Okay, I'll be on the east side. Neon, you take the west. Why me? Huh? What if I just pretend to be guarding the west side and I shoot you in the back? I'm a spy, remember? What did you say? Isn't it a bit foolish to entrust a spy with such an important task?
Guys, now's not the time for this.
What's the big idea? You looking for a fight? You want a piece of me?
Great.
I don't want a piece. I want the whole thing. You little...
Exia says, noob. Do you think we should break this up? Why are the options I have is let's watch and see what happens, or I don't know what to do. Dude, you're the commander. You should step in to stop all this from escalating. Alright, let's go. I guess we'll just watch and see what happens. Exia says, interesting choice. We'll let them settle this among themselves. Rappy. Open that box and see over there. Rappy says, a box? Exia says, yes, the one in front of the cockpit. Got it, Rappy says.
Why does she want us to open the box?
There must be some reason.
Rappy approaches the box in front of the cockpit.
Wait a minute.
Rappy feels the box for a moment. Plunk.
I'm opening the box.
I've opened it, Rappy says. Exia says, what's inside? Nothing, she says. Okay, understood, Exia says. Proceed north.
What in the world is going on here? Hello? Why do you keep doing this? If you want to communicate, then just send a message or a video clip.
Hey, don't take it out on me. It's your own fault for being so paranoid. No wonder your teammates are giving you a hard time.
True. Very true.
Cat got your tongue? Or am I getting warmer?
What do you want?
Rappy,
What is that?
had any good memory wipes lately? You all should know better than to fib. Even a rapture could see through your flimsy lies.
Okay, how does she know that? And why are you saying this to us now of all times?
Well, to be more precise, it seems the memory wipe didn't have any effect on you. There's a record that indicates memories have been erased. The box you handled before, it can explode when opened. It's due to a structural flaw. It was covered up via mass lobbying before being sold on the market. Therefore, there is no mention of any of this in the database. If you open it while it's tilted 20 degrees to the left, it won't explode. Rappy opened the box 3 years ago and was injured. She remembered this, and thus was able to open the box without any issues. This indicates that her memory remains intact.
She probably got that information after her memory wipe. Yeah, that's it.
I wouldn't have known that because they didn't show it. So, I guess I was supposed to imagine her doing that. But, whatever. It is... I guess the cat's out of the bag.
Wrong. I told you, none of this information is mentioned in the database. So, we're talking about gut instinct here. Ugh. Or perhaps street smarts? Something like that anyway.
What's the point of all this?
Ah, yes. Just curious. That's all.
What?
When most people enter the data center, they'll take a good look around. This wasn't the case with Rappy, so I started wondering. And it turns out I was right.
And this is all just 'cause you're curious? You don't expect us to believe that, do you?
This video call will not be saved in the records. That's why I'm using it to communicate with you now, despite how cumbersome it is. You're the nosy little detective who started doubting your own teammates. You should be able to crack the case. Or perhaps your teammates are the only people you suspect? I don't like saying things like this because it makes me look unprofessional, sad, and needy, but you must believe me. If I wanted to harm you in any way, simply reporting you to the central government would have been a much faster way of doing so. Alright then, I'm going to mark the next point on your map.
Yeah, I would say everyone's on edge.
Because Anise is playing detective and keeps poking her nose into everything. Of course it's going to make us watch what we say. Then don't say anything! I can say whatever I want. Why should you care? Are you intentionally trying to get on my nerves? I'm sorry, do you guys hear anything? Is someone talking to me? Forget I even said anything. You tell us not to talk, yet you won't stop prattling on. You practicing for a one-woman show or something?
Oh, finally, I step in and actually stop this from escalating. Jeez. Okay, fine. Everybody stop. Yeah, I don't want the team falling apart and arguing among yourselves. It's not helping.
Too late for that, thanks to a certain someone.
Then I...
Neon.
If it's an apology you want, you're not getting one. I've done nothing wrong.
Neon trudges forward.
Anise.
You won't hear an apology from me either. There's nothing wrong about being cautious, so why... Damn, just forget it.
And she takes off too.
Commander. The formation.
Yeah, it's just ain't nothing we can do about it.
Roger.
Hold on, I got a text message. Actually, it says, "Are you sure a hands-off policy is the best approach? They have to figure this out on their own." I don't necessarily agree with this because it's like, look, unit cohesion is actually an important thing, and it doesn't work if you got two squad members that are at each other's throats to the point where they fucking hate each other, right? Like like the chances of them shooting each other in the back than worrying about the raptors is actually starting to increase. So, as the commander, you should be stepping in and disciplining them and give them an order to strain their axe up or something. Like, you shouldn't just be like, nah, just let them figure it out. It's just... It's not something I would have done. They agreed, but if things go wrong, they could die. That's how things are on the surface. I know. But I don't know. Maybe the hands-off approach is better because... Yeah.
Stop. These marks on the ground. It's as if something was digging in this area.
An ambush?
No, I don't think so. These markings are too small for that. And there's too many of them.
Deep. It's Exia. Oh, she says it's a minefield. Just a second. One in this instance. Due to the high concentration of all the particles, it's difficult to pinpoint the exact location of the mines. There are just too much interference. Rappy says, can't we run a purification sequence? Nexus says, only the Central Government Command and the Intelligence Department can authorize that. And I could hack their system, but it'll be risky. If you're caught, then it's game over. Aeneas says, then what do we do? Lexi says, no choice. You'll just have to proceed with caution and avoid the mines. There aren't any doubters available. And it says, well, what the hell kind of mission is this? Exia says, sorry, we don't have a choice.
Commander, it is too dangerous to go through a minefield without any kind of backup. Of course, if you give the order, I will follow.
I mean, it's not safe to go through a minefield unless you have like a mine detector or something. Like, I'm surprised we don't have a Nikke that's, you know, an expert in bomb disposal. Or something like that.
Excuse me. Alpha particle purification sequence activated. Purifying. Concentration 64.57%. 31.51%.
Her timing is so awkward. Like, on point.
Alpha particle concentration 2.83%. Purification complete. Ugh. Initiating mine scan. Scan complete. I'll mark it. Proceed as planned and watch out for mines. That was fast. Always nice to see a proper protocol as well.
More importantly, where the heck did you come from?
Sorry, I was worried about you guys, so I came back. Look, I get it if you're thinking I'm up to something, but it's not what you think. We all know how it works. You start getting close to the Nikke, and before you know it, they're gone. That's why there's a clause in the Operator Code of Conduct that tells us not to get attached to Nikkes. But I can't do that. I want you all to come out of this alive. And I want to help. I just don't want to be separated from my friends. You have to believe me.
I'm sorry, but I can't trust you entirely. Not yet. But I'll try.
I understand. Aw, aren't you two adorable? Oh, by the way, I forgot to record Archrangers. Sorry.
Aw, man!
Nothing major really happened. You just learned that the Red Ranger is the son of the Doctor, that's all.
What? Don't spoil it, you idiot!
But they started foreshadowing it in episode 5.
Still, you shouldn't just blurt stuff out like that.
Guys, stay on track.
Neon, have you got the tool?
Let's pick up the pace.
I've seen a giant particle gun in the front. The model is MSIC-007. It's a high-density particle cell model developed by Missilis. They can shoot in a straight line. It's like the satellite laser. Factoring in all cover and obstacles on an oblique curve, range is 2,000 meters. Complete disintegration upon contact. One hit from that thing and you're toast. There appears to be an interior energy reaction of some kind, but I don't think it will fire for the time being. It is unclear what the trigger will be.
Avoid the line of fire and engage. If it's able to discharge the MSIC-007, it'll be too late.
What about Rapture?
Those are carriers. Once you defeat them, you can enter the munitions factory.
Yes, Commander. Enemy neutralized.
Can't go wrong with 2 operators.
She's just not gonna let that go.
The particle gun is still operational. It's charging.
No, not now. Just can't catch a break.
Anise! Neon! Incoming at 3 o'clock!
Anise and Neon run toward each other.
Watch out! No!
As they throw their bodies upward, their gazes meet in midair. Their foreheads clunk together with a thud.
Ouch!
And they crashed. Both of them dropped to the ground after their midair collision.
The particle gun is firing!
And they're knocked out.
What?
Congratulations. You guys somehow knocked each other the fuck out. The particle gun emits an intense light. In an instant, the light dissipates.
There wasn't enough energy output to fire. Must have been an outdated version. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it?
No.
Sure, positively exhilarating. Alright, get on with it. Go ahead and thank me for coming to your rescue. Just when I thought you couldn't get any more irritating. Look who's talking. I once... Forget it.
Neon shakes off the dust and gets up and reaches out a
Tell
hand
me
to
all
Anise.
about it later. Yeah.
Let's see, Anise grabs onto Neon's hand. I'm thinking of Oh, I like how there's like a little marker on her head where they bumped heads. As Anise brings herself up, Neon lets go of her hand. As he stumbles, falls back down. Okay.
The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. Do you honestly not trust me? Do you know how many times I almost died while traveling with you guys? I'm a spy. I should be focusing on espionage, not fighting. Yet here I am, putting myself in harm's way with all of you.
I mean, let's be honest. You've been telling everybody that you're a spy, so if anything, you might as well just give that up, because I don't think your spying your spying days are over.
I'm sorry. Spare me. You can get up by yourself.
Neon storms off. Man, she likes to hold a grudge, doesn't she?
You think she is over it?
No.
Probably.